All right. All right. All right. All right. We are live. Live, live. This thing makes everything look unsymmetrical. All right. It's only with YouTube does it do this. All right. Let's see. Not sure why it looks so dark. Hmm. Better. Better, better, better. All right. We will go ahead and let everyone know. Let everyone know we are live. Okay. Boom. Share. Copy. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Let me go ahead. Oops. Pin. Pin. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, cool. Got some people in there. All right. You guys could drop some likes. Drop some likes. I'd appreciate it. I would appreciate it. That I would. Let me go drop a like for myself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, who else is gonna believe in you? You know what I'm saying? All right. What's good, Delroy? What's up, man? How's it going? How's it going? Um, everything all right. Little little out of been out of shape here. Just had some come up last second, but it's all good. Let's get into it. I appreciate you guys dropping the likes. Appreciate you guys. That's love. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Um, we will move on over. Okay, that's fine. All right. All right. Let's make sure. Just making sure you guys can hear me. I'm assuming somebody would have said something by now. If not, and then let's share. I think I share entire screen. Nope. Is it window? Yep, it's window. Boom. There we go. Bang. Here we are. All right. We're going to go to US 30. Are we really at highs from the gap, dude? Yup. Sheesh. All right. So before we even gapped up, I called this before market open that this is what we were going to do on Instagram. So that's what we're doing. Let's check out gold real quick. Gold. Yes, the thing. Gold is settling, guys. So cryptos are going to pump. That's why Bitcoin's pumping. So for the crypto traders out there, there you go. Bitcoin will probably pump all week. Just being straight up with you, Bitcoin will probably pump all week and many other cryptos as well. So keep that in mind. So same thing with US 30 and NAS. Same thing. Yep. Look at that. Also, we are in a is it odd CAD? I believe it's odd CAD. We're in odd CAD. Odd CAD. We're in odd CAD. You can see we gapped up right here beautifully. And now we're going to come fill the gap and more than likely continue up. So, yeah, potentially may not even fill this gap, depending on how this 4-hour closes. We'll see. Just opened, but I did have the VIP signals room. You know, obviously all the signals are going to be free this week, yada, yada. You guys heard it on Instagram. Don't have to repeat myself, but this was called on Friday down here, held over the weekend, gapped up immediately to a 1 to 6.5. So at the open of today, Sunday. So yeah, type shit right there. All right, Euro USD. Let's go. So obviously, US 30 NAS, I just told you what they're going to do. We're just looking for pullbacks on them. We're looking for pullbacks. Look for this. Look for these gaps. All these gaps you see on everything, guys, look for them being potentially filled. Potentially. I say potentially because there's a chance they don't. They don't get filled. And what I mean by filled is price comes back down and retests the area it was at before the gap. So typically that has to happen eventually, but not always. So keep that in mind. I'd be looking for US 30 to come down. If it doesn't fill the whole gap, probably the 25,600 area. Oh, sorry, 25,468 area, 25,470, maybe as high as 24 or 25,500 on US on NAS 100. I'm tripping on NAS 100, and then US 30, same kind of deal, 47. 350 top of this. I'd look at least for the top of this structure, maybe as deep as 250, somewhere in the 250 to 350 area, 360 area even maybe. Could see it coming down to this area for sure. Look for that reversal pattern, take this up. You'll probably see that happen. You'll probably see London session skyrocket, to be honest. You'll probably see London skyrocket. You'll probably see the same thing in New York. You might have a pullback in New York at the open or pre-open and then continue up. Let's look at our news we have for the week. Trying to respect y'all's time as well as my own. Boom, right here. Yeah, I guess we just have to go to Friday. Whoa. Boom. Okay. Oh, whoa. We're an odd CAD right now. We got to watch out for this. So, anyways, this just means volatility, guys. You don't really have to understand fundamentals other than overall world fundamentals for the most part. So, tariffs with China, Russia and Ukraine, war threats, trade threats, war happenings, trade happenings, that kind of stuff. This stuff is honestly predictable, to be completely real with you. A lot of it is, a lot of the time. Not always, but yeah. All these red folders just mean volume. You're gonna have a lot of volume on odd. I'm in odd. So this goes well. If I hold this till Tuesday after 8:30 p.m., this thing could fly or tank. Just depends what comes out with this. The technicals are saying we'd want to fly, so we'll see. But yeah, CAD, same thing. We're in odd CAD, so we're in the perfect pair for all this, basically. You know, obviously could even move stop loss to break even right now if you're in that with me. If you're in the VIP signals and you got in that on Friday, when you didn't close out at the gap up, then, or at least take some partials, definitely stop loss to break even this. CAD, USD, again, CAD, USD, 2 p.m. on Wednesday. So this is going to tell us that we are cutting interest rates again. When I tell you that Bitcoin, cryptos, you know, obviously same thing, all cryptos, stocks, all that kind of stuff, NAS 100, US 30, there's like a 99% chance This right here at 2 p.m. on Wednesday is going to be a rate cut of at least 25 basis points. So it's 0.25 of a percent. So as you can see, the forecast the previous everything is telling us we're going to be cut again. And I'm telling you that's what they're going to do because they have to. So they're going to cut rates. US 30, NAS, cryptos are going to get a nice pump right here at 2 p.m. You might have some manipulation wicks and stuff like that, but this is gonna cause things to go up. So you're gonna get some information in here too as well. Tentative, okay. JPY potential on Wednesday. Then we got JPY on Thursday, Euro on Thursday, Thursday CNY, USD Friday, and CAD Friday. So big week. Look at all this shit. Just look at all this shit right here. Look at all this. Just look at it all. I mean, that's a lot of red folders, man. That is a lot of red folders this week. So a lot of movement this week, guys. I do think cryptos are gonna pump all week, personally, unless something crazy happens. Unless China and Trump don't come to some agreement they already haven't came to, right? Because it's just all for the for the looks most of the time. It's politics. So news is just an excuse to move the market. That's it. They already knew what they were going to do before all this comes out. Everybody already knows what they're going to do before all this comes out. Everybody already knows what's going to happen before Trump and Xi meet and all that. So they're going based off of that. You know, there's people in the know. There's insider trading every day, guys. If you don't understand that, you're not awake. So Euro USD definitely. We'll see how this 4 hour closes. If this 4 hour closes above 116.350, 360, sorry, closes above, we're gonna be pretty bullish. I mean, it's still bullish right now. You got all this down here, just literally trending on the 4 hour. However, let's take a gander at the daily. We got a bit of a double bottom right here. Boom, W, basically right there. This is bullish, coming up to 116.870. And then I would be looking to sell off of here potentially if we close under here on a daily or a 4 hour under this area. I'd be looking to sell that. We'll see. With all the bullish news, though, could potentially see this thing continue up. We'll see. Same thing with GU. It's going to be the same thing. It looks damn near identical. So I'm bullish until we break these lows. So there you go. Or until we come up here and then start to resist this area and then looking for it to continue down. So USD JPY, ooh, double top on the daily. This is a ballsy sell, but it's there. Just saying. JPY pairs, though, have been absolutely rallying because JPY is increasing their interest rates. And there's going to be something playing out called the reverse carry trade. If you don't know about it, get to know about it. And that's basically the Bank of Japan calling back all their capital by increasing interest rates. And then people are going to be paying off their loans or, all that. So, yeah. JPY pairs that's why they've been rallying so much these last couple weeks. As you can see, we didn't even close this gap. Look at this fucking gap. 147,800 to 149. Over 2,200 point gap right there. Still hasn't been closed. Insane. And I think this double top could potentially make us close that gap. We'll see. With them raising interest rates and us cutting them, could continue up from here. This might not play out. We'll see. But this is a pretty damn good double top right here to continue at least down to this 150,500 or as far as 149, which would match up perfectly with this. But this would happen over the next couple of days at least. So, yeah. And then we'd obviously see it come down to here. And then if we break this area, this structure here all up in here, then we'd be looking to take it off of there as it comes back to take it down. But I don't know if that's very likely. So hold off on this. I would hold off on this. I would just hold off. I would just hold off just because I know the fundamental sentiment, even though this double top is formed right here. So yeah, I would hold off on USD JPY for a day. Come back to it. USD CHF, I'm gonna go to like 10. I'll jump around. Just I'll do these USD pairs. I'll go down to like NZD USD, then I'll jump around, do like one of each of these. Let's see. Bearish for sure. High, low, lower high. If I could have gotten in right here, I would have sold the fuck out of this. So, sorry. I gotta stop cussing. You guys think I should stop cussing? I feel like I should stop cussing. But I feel like it gives you like a certain level of like, it puts a certain level of oomph behind your words. You know what I mean? If you use it sparingly, it does. If you just always are, oh, you know, it's stupid. It's annoying. You sound dumb. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And I'll check it in a second. I'll check the comments. Let me know yes or no if I should stop cussing or not. It also, you know, it doesn't. It's you know, I feel like there's a place for it for sure. But yeah. All right. I'm from New York too. I was raised around Italian, so you know how that goes. Yeah, but I mean, this thing. Let's see where we could potentially see some sells. Comes back up to 79,600. I'd sell off of there. You do have this rejecting this structure though. Honestly, I'd love to see this pull down, break down, come here, hit up here, reject this structure here, aligned with some other things, and then continue down and take a sell off of here. That'd be cool. All right, USD CAD. So I'm honestly waiting on that. I'm waiting on USD CHF. I'm waiting on it. Told you where I wanted to pull back. How many people we got going on in here? We got all right, cool. 8 people, 6 likes. If you other 2 people could like, I'd appreciate it. All right, let's go. USD CAD, definitely bearish. If I could have seen these buys, sold the shit out of them, even right here. But this is kind of scary. This is a liquidation. That's what that is. You see this closure? This means reversal off of here, off of this structure point. This big ass wick is called liquidation. That's called manipulation at its finest. But once you got back below here, this could be a sell right there. If that was the right day, but overall, we're bullish. We are bullish. But right there, we're bearish. I think we have a selling week this week on USD CAD. Therefore, I would look for it to come back up to 1.4200 area if we're lucky. If not, I think this is the more likely area we come back up to 140 100. Yeah. Let me see. 140 100, somewhere between 140 and 140 100, I think is the place to sell this. And look at where my thing already is. That's cool. Move it down a little bit. All right, NZD USD gapped up. Super bearish though. Holy shit. I mean, this is just sell on the lower high every time and you're going to make money right now. I mean, this is also the trade I took. You know, you guys know what the fuck's going on. You guys know what's going on. This is the trade I took 675 to 28K on. I gotta do an overview. Let me know if you guys want to see that. If I do a breakdown as to why exactly I took this trade, just looking at it, if you know anything, this is super obvious of a sell. Beautiful, absolutely perfect, which is why I went all in on it and I trusted the process. This holding all the way to here would have been like 200K from a $675 account. Think about that. It'd probably been like 160, something like that, 180, potentially 200, because I would have scaled in too. So it would have definitely been 200 scaling in. But anyways, super bearish on the daily. We are above the 4 hour now. I'd love to see a break beneath the 4-hour and then a retest of it, of this area here, this structure all through there. Let's go ahead and draw it up for you so you see what's going on. Guys, I'm dropping a lot of gems, and if you're catching them, good for you. If you're not, you need to listen up. All right, boom. So if we see this break beneath here, I'd love to catch it off of this 57,500 to continue down. However, let's see where we're at. I'd love to see us off. If we push up here, 58,250, 5,800, somewhere around this area. It's going to push up to 58,250 because this is the weekly, so it's not going to move. 58,250. You'll see me turn $1,000 into $200,000 in one trade. I'll tell you that right now. All right, NZD CAD, and you can do it with me. That's why you're here. Damn, look at those cells though. Holy shit. Look at this. I had this here. Isn't that funny? Had that right there. You know why? Because I wanted it to come right here, and I was gonna sell the hell out of it. But you can't really do much about gapping. It happens when you can't even trade. So NZD CAD, I'd be looking for a pullback to the upside to actually sell this. A lot of things are gapped and stuff right now, the guys. So like giving it London session is going to give me a lot more information. Odd USD. We're going to delete this, and we're going to set this right about there, and we're going to be looking. We're going to be looking to sell this at 0.65,500. I'm telling you right now. 0.65,500 sells on odd USD. The weekly is kind of scary. We're going to consider selling odd USD at 65,500. We're going to consider it. Okay. All right. Let's do a few more here. Let's. If you guys want any specific pair, type it in the chat or forever hold your peace. I'll do it. I'll check the chat in about 60 seconds, and then I'll do it. If you want to know a certain pair or indice or whatever, certain instrument. Damn, look at that. Look at that. I had this marked up so I could get in right here. I'd be up 500 points, but oh man. If I'd have been on top of the open, I'd have been in right here. Not even gonna hold you. If I'd have been on top of the open, I would have gotten in this right here at the 750, 700. Would have added like a 100-point stop loss. Actually, wait, let me tell you exactly how big of a stop loss I would have had. I'd have gotten in at 690. I'll tell you that right now as a fact, Jack. 690. My stop loss would have been 590. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Look at that. All right. Well, we missed that. Oh well. That's beautiful though. I'm telling you, that is nice. Even if you just closed out right now, 500 points, just like that. Bingo. That could be a 675 to 28K right there. Playing some full margin games. All right. I'm gonna check the chat like I said I was gonna. Gold. Everybody wants to know about gold. Peace, bro. Appreciate the markup on EN. Of course. Gold. Okay. Gold. Let's do gold and let's get out of here. Let's do gold and let's get out of here, boys. All right, boys and girls. Men and ladies and gentlemen. All right. Yeah. So let me just show y'all. When I saw this double top, I knew gold was going to sell. I literally saw this happen, and I almost sold gold. I should have, but I didn't. Because I'm not trying to sell the top, but I knew this was coming. Look at that double top. I mean, look at how perfect that is. Looks like an M. Looks like it's trying to spell a word right on your screen. All right. Yeah, This is the structure right here. One, down, two. This is basically a double bottom it's forming right here. But the thing is a lot of the liquidity has already been brought into gold. We needed this pullback. It's only happened 6 times that it's ran 9 weeks in a row. And always, it's funny. I kind of saw it coming, to be honest. This right here as the biggest candle, every time on those other 6 times gold has done this, it's had the largest weekly candle it has right before the pullback, right before it settles. So if that remains true, I think we just see a settling out here. I think we see a settling out, maybe even some sell-off. And yeah, I think though, yes, we are getting rejections to the downside here. Yes, we're holding this structure. Yes, I understand. I'm going to give you guys an idea here, right here. Here's an idea. We're in between two places right now. Okay, we're in between 2 places right now. All right. Let me make it even easier for you guys. Okay, this is where we're at. This is where we're at, right? This is really where we're at. So break above with a closure on the 4-hour above this, above closure on the 4-hour above 41.32. Call it 41. Call it 41.33. Call it 41.34. 41.34. Call it 31.44. 34. Holy fuck. Call it 41.34. Okay, we get a break above there and a closure on the 4-hour. We are bullish, and we are only bullish to about 41.90. Okay, 41.80, somewhere in there. All right, we're bullish to this next structure. Okay, teach you guys how to break this shit down real quick. All right, we're bullish to this next structure, right about there. Okay, we're bullish to this next structure. If we break above that to 42.10, get a closure on a 1-hour, 4-hour above 42.10, we're very bullish. Okay, and the next stop after there, we'll probably come down and retest after 42.10, potential retest of 196 area, 195. Keep an eye out on that, and then we'll continue up. Okay, if we break down, your first idea here is right here. If we break beneath this low on the 4-hour and close, we're becoming a bit more bullish because look, you have a bit of a double top here. Left, middle, right. If we break beneath this and close on the 4-hour, we're pretty damn bearish. Same thing with the 1-hour. Let's see how the 1-hour looks. Yeah. So higher low right here. Low, high, higher low. Could go make a higher high. However, we got a minute and 40 seconds on this candle. This is going to be a very bearish 1-hour candle. We are in Asian session. There's not much liquidity. However, it can be telling to what London session wants to do. So again, we break beneath. If we break beneath on the 4-hour and close on the 4-hour beneath 40.33, we are very bearish. Okay. If we break below and close beneath 40.64 on the 4-hour, a closure, keep that in mind, it's not just a wick, a closure somewhere down here or lower, we're pretty bearish. If we maintain this structure, we could see some consolidation. If we maintain this structure, we could see some consolidation. If you get in on a break above here, you know you can take it to here. And if it breaks this, you can continue to hold. If you get a break beneath here or here, you know you can take it. You either take this to here or you take this to here. You take it to 4,000. You know why you take it to 4,000? Because you're not trying to hit it exactly, because you want to take profits. Okay, everything's an area, and you don't want to be that guy that when it tests the wick instead of the structure, you didn't close out, or you didn't at least take partials and stop loss to break even. There's my in-depth analysis with where gold's at right now, okay? Because there's a lot of fundamentals behind gold as well. So you have to understand that China's buying a shit ton of gold because they're looking to back their currency and peg it to the dollar, or peg it to gold, peg their currency to gold. So keep that in mind. Also, the BRICS nations looking to get away from the dollar. So the dollar getting weaker. This is gold to the US dollar. Weakness in the dollar drives up gold, but gold has real, that's the thing. Gold has real utility. Gold is always been a store of value. So the dollar goes down, gold price goes up, everybody gets scared, gold price goes up. People are also hearing about the tariffs not maybe happening, so therefore people will move out of these risk off assets and move more into risk on assets again when they realize, oh, China and America are friends again. Okay, China and America, whatever. Okay, so if that statement comes out, you may see gold continue down, because people will feel more risk averse again. But that doesn't stop China from buying this shit up, and that doesn't stop them from pumping this to potentially reevaluate all the Fort Knox gold to pay off the $30 trillion plus debt. Okay, to reevaluate that Fort Knox gold at a $10,000 gold, a $20,000 gold. All right, so there's a lot of things at play. This is my immediate responsive, what I would do if I wanted to trade gold tonight during the London session. That's it right there. So I hope that broke it down very good for you guys. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I hope you see what I see. I'm going to do another thing here for you guys. Whoops. I'm going to do this. Check it out. Check it out, guys. If you know what you're looking at, you're saying gold's going to sell to the fucking floor. Okay. If this fib plays out, this is a 38.2 fib. Okay. Rejection. And it looks like it wants to sell more. Straight up, based on the technicals. But you have a lot of fundamentals at play, so keep that in mind. Based on the technicals, we look like we want to go down to 39.11, 39.10. When we break that, we want to go down to 38.25, 20 area. When we break that, we want to go down to 37.75. When we break that, which we probably won't, at least soon, 37.12. I think on a large scale, if we do sell, we're coming all the way back down to 3,500 to maybe as deep as 3,300 area, 33 to 3,500. Okay, if we sell off, if we start to see this thing pull down, like, be ready for that. That's the last structure on this weekly. I'm talking about months from now, weeks, months from now, months and weeks from now, or weeks and months from now. Like, talking about 4 to 12 weeks from now, you could see us back down here, potentially. Okay, you gotta see what we do here this week. This week will tell us a lot about what gold wants to do. So keep that in mind. We're just coming to the highs. You gotta consider all these things, guys. You gotta consider, does it even make sense to trade gold right now? Does it even make sense when you can go into something like CAD-JPY, or you can go into something like NZD Chef, or you can go into something like GBP NZD, and you can see clear price action, and there's not all this manipulation happening, okay? Because if it's true that they are trying to reevaluate gold to make Fort Knox gold be extremely highly valued and tie it in with cryptocurrencies and pay off our debt of $30 trillion plus, which I wouldn't put past Trump, because he's a very smart businessman, and he probably wants to go down in history as the guy that freed America from all its debt, along with being the president of peace, which is what Israel called him in the paper. When you know the fundamentals, things start to open up. So this right here, all this right here on the 4 hour is bearish structure. This is bearish structure. This says we want to sell. Okay. But we'll see. You have this rejection right here in this closure. It says, okay, maybe we don't. Maybe we reject here. But now this is starting to come down lower. You start to see a little more of what could be taking place. We rejected the 30-minute right here. We hold 40.64. We're all right. If we break, like I said, the other areas I told you guys, I think it was 40.33. What's that other area over here? Yeah. So, or wherever it was on the 4 hour, because 4 hours closed up here. Yeah, it was 40.33. So keep that in mind. 1 hour, you just do the same thing. You look at where they're at. 40.14, 1 hour close below 40.14. 40.55, 1 hour close before 40.55. 40.64, 1 hour close below 40.64. So same thing on the up and up too. So I hope that makes sense. GJ, let's go over GJ. I spent a lot of time on gold because honestly I didn't think anybody was going to ask anything else. So GJ is bullish. We're looking for buys. Simple as that. Simple as that. We are at highs though. Holy, we are at all-time highs on GJ. But we still look like we want to buy. This month it looks very strong. We look like we want to buy, and we look like we could close above on this monthly of those other monthly candles. Listen, I tell people you buy until the dips don't buy. You buy the dips till the dips don't buy, and you sell the highs till the highs don't sell. I coined that. Anybody says otherwise, they're capping. I coined that for real. Like I really, I've never heard anybody say that, but it just works so well. I was like, I gotta start saying that a lot. But it's true. So even though we're at an all-time high, I would buy the dips until the dips don't buy anymore. That's just aligning yourself with the higher time frame trends. Why wouldn't you? And this is still very bullish structure right here on the daily. 4 hour, still bullish. I would look for a pull to 202.750 area, or honestly 202.580. A couple hundred points. It was just here. Could have bought right here, to be honest. Yeah, right there. I would have bought right there. Yeah, I'd have did something like this. Think. Hey, if you guys like what you're seeing, you haven't liked the video, please like the video. I appreciate it a lot, guys. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow this channel. Not as active on here, obviously, as I am on Instagram and stuff, but nevertheless. Think. You can do something like that. Or you can do something like that. You'd want to see, yeah, obviously I would have already been in this, but yeah, it'd be something like that. Think. And then I would just keep an eye on it to right here, see what it does. Keep an eye on it when it gets here, because this area right here is all structure. So that's what I would do with GJ right there. Kind of missed the opportunity already, to be honest. You see it come back down here, it's not ideal, because then you're talking about breaking the structure. You could come down here and retest this area again. If you do, if you usually risk 5%, risk 2, throw something on it. But just look for that. Look for your smaller time frame confirmations. Left, right, W, double bottom, up. Guys, I just gave you a lot of fucking sauce. If you haven't realized, watch this back when it gets posted. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys liking the video. I appreciate all of you. And let's make it a great week, man. If you're not in the free, well, you're all in the free Telegram. That's how you got here. But if you're not, for some reason, go to my Instagram at the Josh Pelton and go to the link and then join the free Telegram there. And yeah, and then you'll be able to see all the trades this week, the live trading sessions, all of that good stuff. So I appreciate you guys coming out, and have a great week. Let's make it a great one, guys. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Peace.